My name is Marcus Ageng'a. I work for the Elections Observation Group as the Senior Programs Manager there. ELOG is a platform that brings together domestic observation groups and is composed of civil society organizations, is composed of faith-based organizations. Our main vision is for credible, peaceful, free and fair elections in the country. We provide a platform which enables citizens to observe their own elections. ELOG has been participating for the last 4 days in the People's Dialogue Festival that has been convened by Center for Multi-Party Democracy. It has given us the platform that has allowed us to have a conversation as citizens on some of the critical areas of governance and social and economic issues that continue to affect our country. In fact, this dialogue has come in at a very good time when the country has just finished its elections and we are 100 days plus to reflect on the new government. So it's been good. It has brought in a number of actors together. We have education, is civil society, you had youth, you had schools, all these groups coming together, sitting down in the various components of the villages that we are hosting them to be able to discuss, deliberate on important issues that affect our country, the good, the bad, and the ugly of our country. And to that extent, it has been very, very informative because then we have drawn, and I hope that the organizers, that is the CMD and its partners, will be able to capture in coherent fashion some of the critical recommendations that have come from the various dialogue groups that were here. But one of I want to mention 3 issues that I think would stand out for me during this dialogue. One is the fact that we had young people from schools and universities being able to express what they think, what they feel, and the vision they want for our country. You know, this is indeed bringing these young people, the future of our country, into the space of dialogue, into the space of sharing their views and especially proposing reforms because the tomorrow belongs to them. And so they live today, but some of the issues that affect them are even long-term based in terms of solution. The second thing that I want to say that stood out during this festival is the ability to bring together diverse actors in our governance architecture. So you had Parliament represented here, you had the opposition represented here, you had the judiciary represented here. So for me, that is a major important lesson that allowed us to dialogue as a group, because the government, which then is supposed to help us realize these reforms, realize this and address these socio-economic issues, you need government. And so the government was well represented here through their leadership, but also through the arms of government. They were all in this conversation. That was, for me, a big plus. The last issue I may want to point out as a significant lesson I've learned during this conference is the whole idea of having structured discussions through the villages. So you had various thematic areas in the various villages with various and diverse audiences. For me, it was a big plus for the festival. Having said that, but I think also moving forward, I want to make one recommendation to the organizers of this festival, that dialogue is also very local. So that perhaps in the future, for next year, if you're doing it yearly, perhaps you may want to consider having this dialogue start from the local areas, have the dialogue start from the counties, so that then we have dialogues in the 47 counties. that then culminates into a national dialogue. So that you have the national dialogue being fed from the resolutions, the discussions, and the conclusions that have been canvassed at the local level. Form the dialogue. Thank you very much, CMD, and looking forward to future engagements in this process.